Good morning to everybody. Happy Friday. It's Daryl here. It's 4 a.m. bright and early here in Connecticut on the East Coast. I want to talk about Mitch McConnell. Something he said really caught my attention. He said that he is focused 100% on blocking Joe Biden. That's his sole purpose in Washington. 100% of his time and energy and thought is going to be focused on jamming up anything that Biden proposes, regardless if it's a good idea, good for the American people, regardless if it's something the American people want. Mitch McConnell is focusing 100% of his time and energy on blocking it. It kind of goes, this is obviously the one thing that I think the entire country can agree on that we're sick and tired of. I can already hear the critics. Oh, for the last 4 years, the Democrats blocked everything that Donald Trump put forward. The Democrats were obstructionist. There's a little bit, now I'm not going to get deep into this, but there's a difference, a big difference between Donald Trump and Joe Biden, and Obama for that matter, but we'll just say with Biden and Trump. Trump's main appeal was his hatred, his name calling, his animosity towards Democrats. It makes it kind of hard to sit down and work unilaterally with anybody that's calling you names and mocking you in the press. Trump's main appeal, and correct me if I'm wrong if there's any Trump supporters watching this, but his biggest appeal was his animosity and dislike and contempt and name calling towards anybody that was not even a Republican, but not a specific Trump support, not somebody for him. If you're for him, not for him, you're against him. That's what appealed to people. So that makes it impossible. That makes it impossible. How can you work with somebody was put into office because of their hatred for you? It makes it almost impossible to work with that person. Now, that's not the case with Joe Biden. Now, I can already hear a lot of Republicans. Joe Biden was talking about unifying, and he certainly doesn't seem like he's unifying. I have no doubt. Well, I could bring up the fist bump with Liz Cheney there in the last address, but I have no doubt if Republicans made any kind of sincere attempt to sit down and work together, save for this infrastructure bill. I believe that Joe Biden, he's done this in the past when he was vice president, that he would sit down and work with Republicans. But this quote from Mitch McConnell, 100% of his time and effort is focused on jamming things up, not making things better for the American people, not just stopping anything that Biden puts forward, even if it's a good thing, whatever. And it's not just him. It's this ridiculous focus on the big lie, and yeah, it is a big lie. And you just see the Republican Party just jumping the tracks. So pretty much the majority of the party is pushing a completely false narrative that the election was stolen, passing legislation that will, like just in Florida, just yesterday, DeSantis passed legislation that will factually make it harder for people to vote. Making it harder for the American people. Complaining about Dr. Seuss, Mr. Potato Head. The vast majority of the Republican Party are focused on problems that don't exist. Voter fraud, Dr. Seuss, this cancel culture nonsense that they say they're being canceled, so they cancel other people. Fighting against COVID, working in reverse of anything good for the country, vaccines. Fox News is dedicated pretty much a good portion of their time to anti-vaxxing and anti-masks and all that other stuff. And how this appeals to people that vote Republican, I just don't see it. To me, it's just a pure animosity for the other half of the country. And it's not about making the country better, which is supposedly what making America great again, which is supposedly what they wanted. But Mitch McConnell saying that 100% of his time is going to be focused on not working for the American people, not making things better for us, easier for us, more prosperous for us, bringing us back, helping, say, protect our intellectual property from China, or preventing Russia from interfering in our social media next to the next elections. Big problems. The hacking, the Russian hacking, that was proven. The big hack that just recently happened in 2019, or for forever, for 2018, 19, 2020, is still going on now. And there's no focus. Mitch McConnell, no focus on that. His sole purpose is to 100% to jam up the current president. I don't understand. If people claim they want to make America great again, I don't understand how just animosity will accomplish that. All right, I'll be back later with another video. You guys have a good Friday.